प्रत्येक गोंयकाराक जेन्ना सरकारी नोकरी जाय आणि आमी सरकारा फाटल्यान धांवता की प्रत्येक गोंयकाराक नोकरी दिवची, whether it is merit not merit, it is a different case or maybe a different argument that I want to put it across on some other day. बट म्हाका दिसता जेन्ना प्रत्येक भुरग्याक सरकारी नोकरी जाय पडटा, सरकार काय ती नोकरी दिवं शकना, हांगा खंय चुकता? भुरग्यांचें चुकता काय आवय बापायचें चुकता की आमी प्रत्येकाचें एक्सपेक्टेशन आसा की आमकां एक गव्हर्मेंट जॉब मेळचो. अशा जेन्ना डिलेमान सेल्फ मेड एम्प्लॉय एंटरप्रेन्युअर्स म्हणा किंवा स्टार्टअप्स म्हणा हे जेन्ना आयकपाक बरें दिसता, बिझनेस हाऊसेस म्हणा हे आयकपाक टर्म्स बरें दिसता, बट कितपत हे एक्चुअली रिलेटेबल आसा, इम्प्लिमेंटेबल आसा, हे खरेंच इज अ चॅलेंज टू बी एक्सपेक्टेड. अँड मे बी ओवर दिस कोर्स ऑफ टायम वील ट्राय टू एनालायज की बिझनेस करप, स्वताच्या पांयार उबें रावप हे कितकें डिफिकल्ट, कितकें इझी हे जाणून घेवपाचो प्रयत्न करतलो. आय हॅव अ व्हेरी स्पेशल गेस्ट, बट बिफोर आय इंट्रोड्यूस माय गेस्ट, लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस द प्रोग्राम. इनर व्हील क्लब ऑफ म्हापसा आणि प्रुडंट तुमच्या मुखार जोड परवान घेवन येता. अस्तित्व सिरीज शोध स्वताचो. आणि आयची जी म्हजी गेस्ट आसा, who is a chartered accountant, an author of Desserts First, owner of Dainty Delights, which is a division of Geno Pharmaceuticals Pvt Limited, आणि marketed under the brand जे तुमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसा, that is Desserts and More, which manufactures into retail, pastries, cakes, savories, breads, chocolates, cookies, and health food. I have with me Pallavi Salgaocar. Madam, welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello. Nice meeting up with you.
Okay. Pallavi, I think people generally in the retail or maybe the segment market that you operate, तुमची ओळख कमी असतली, बट म्हाका दिसता तुमचे ब्रँड जे तुम्ही फुडें मुखार व्हरता हाची ओळख सगळ्यांक आसा. डेझर्ट्स अँड मोर डजंट रिक्वायर एन इंट्रोडक्शन, स्पेशली हियर इन गोवा. म्हाका एकूच विचारूंक जाय, टुडेज टॉपिक इज विमन अँड एंटरप्रिनरशिप. बिझनसान जेन्ना म्हणटा आमी, हाऊ कॅन विमन लीड द शो. नाव यू आर द स्पेशल गेस्ट ऑन द शो. I want to ask you with one very specific question is, you are a CA, you chose to lead a business of your own, but then again खूप जाण म्हाका म्हणटले की you are fortunate enough to be born with a well-to-do family, you have a support of Geno, like a brand that is already into the business. How difficult, how easy, and how do you analyze a women of Goa leading a business way?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Recently, how एक गोवा स्टार्टअप गेल्ले in Taj Convention Center. So I met a venture capitalist there from Bombay. So I said ki how is the startup scene? Like how do they do well? कितले जाणां सक्सेसफुल जाता, कितले जाणां. तो म्हाका म्हणपाक लागलो 100चे एकटे जाणां सक्सेसफुल जाता. Which was quite shocking to me because itle open jata and everybody says they are startups and everybody is like itle and businesses open karta, but very few of them do well. So he was तो म्हणटालो की you can't expect everybody to do well. तातूंत भितरले some of them do exceptionally well. That's why we can recover our returns what we are investing in them म्हणपाक लागलो. So it is like for them also VCs, it's very risky proposition. तांकां सारखे डिसाइड करचे पडले कोणा भितर आमी पयशे घालपाचे आनी कोणा खंयचे बिझनेसीस तांकां वायबल दिसता, टू आर सस्टेनेबल, फुडें दे कॅन ग्रो अँड दे आर स्केलेबल म्हणटा तशें आतां. सो दीज आर ऑल आतां इम्पॉर्टंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स. पयलीं आमी शिकपाच्या टायमार बी our time was totally different. The way businesses were done at that time is totally different. पण एक हांवें पळयलां की गोंया lot of people were adjusted. आता you see things, people are talking about pitching their businesses, they are talking about meeting venture capitalists, about searching for sources of capital outside bank loans and government schemes. So and lot of new concepts pivoting towards other businesses. जेन्ना तुमकां दिसता की आपलो business what I am doing right now is not sustainable during COVID, so you have to adapt to the new normal. So all these things I am noticing that people are adjusting. आता supposing आता पहिले restaurant business की ते येना बसून खावपाक पिवपाक, they are getting scared, AC environment, food environment. So मागीर people have moved towards home deliveries. Oh, that is very important. I like that verse which I have been using again and again, is adapt or perish. So either you adapt to the changing market conditions or you have to perish. But not all startups are successful. In fact, a college program, they had called me as a speaker. So I spoke about my entrepreneurship journey. And at the end of it, I just asked casually, would you be interested in doing business? So majority 95% तरी भुरग्यांनी म्हाका सांगले की no,
No.
we want to see a job. Secure job. So आम्ही आता इथल्याकडे वता, we talk about entrepreneurship, about businesses, setting up your own business and everything.
Correct.
And then I saw की आताची जी भुरगी आसा, they are looking for a secure job. Maybe 5 or 10% want to venture out, and it is a risky business unless you have strong support. की तुका बिझनेस खरोच त्यो आयडिया सामकी बरी आसा, तुका गव्हर्मेंट फंडिंग बरे मेळा किंवा VC सपोर्ट मेळा किंवा स्टार्टअप सपोर्ट मेळा. इट इज व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट टू सस्टेन. अँड आताच्या इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड वेर यू कांट प्लॅन 3 months ahead.
करेक्ट.
इवन फॉर मी आय कांट प्लॅन मोर दॅन 3 months. कारण केन्ना वेव्स येतलो, केन्ना बिझनेस सिच्युएशन चेंज जातले, यू जस्ट डोंट नो.
ओके. I want to very specifically ask you about your journey. म्हणजे म्हाका एक खरंच बरें दिसता की यू वर अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट. अगेन क्रेम ज्याला क्रेम म्हणटात ताका तसलो तुमचो प्रोफायल आसा. You got married to a respected business house, that is Geno Salgaocar's. Then you decided to carve your niche. Obviously तुमका कुकिंगान आवड आसा, maybe sweet desserts and all those things. You love those things. ताका प्रोफेशनल आउटलुक दिवपाचो तुम्ही प्रयत्न केलो आणि यू केम अप विथ अ ब्रँड ऑफ युअर ओन, दॅट इज डेझर्ट्स अँड मोर. इन व्हेरी शॉर्ट ब्रीफ ऑफ टाइम, तुम्ही इफ यू कॅन एक्सप्लेन युअर जर्नी, it will be a real motivation for all the women and ladies that are watching this particular program now.
Yeah, actually my journey was lot of ups and downs. So it was not smooth sailing because I started out with a partnership with another lady, but within 1 year we decided to part ways amicably. And then we started it as a division of Geno Pharmaceuticals. So starting, I was like from a totally different background, learning the ropes, making a lot of mistakes. Dukana open keli, dukana shut keli, jo chalna thi. But we went through all that ups and downs. And today I can say that I am in comfortable space. But actually, एक गोजाल म्हणजे how the Goldman Sachs course I was selected for in IIM Bangalore. So then I like a professor saying I'm in comfortable space today. So he was telling me there's nothing called as comfortable space. Because atacha jagan, if you want to sustain, you have to go on reinventing yourself. You have to go on being innovative, bringing up new things. Otherwise, you are stagnant. So there's nothing called as comfortable space, he told me. So I would desist from using that word. But at least I'm okay. Settled. I can use the word settled. But it was a journey, it was a hard journey, even for me, though I have successful enterprise backing me. For me, it was a tough journey. And it was not, that's what I was also discussing with my father. म्हणले तुम्ही पहिले येताले संग घरा आयले की झाले, like TV पळोवपाचे, spend time with the family. For us, it's not like that. Even at 11 o'clock at night, I'm on my mobile. Messages are closing statuses for सगळ्या outlets, दुसरे orders approve कर. So the world has changed totally, not like before anymore.
So I think in a service sector you can't say no, and there is, as तुम्ही म्हणता, there is no time zone that you work. You have to adhere. Customer is the king. You have to adhere to all the requests that he puts across. म्हाका एक विचारूंक जाय is you are also the chairperson at GCCI Women's Wing for the term of 2019 to 2023. You lead a bunch of women, ladies in entrepreneurship. एक जर कोण आता व्यक्ती हांगासर प्रोग्राम पळयता, हू इन्स्पायर्स टू डू बिझनेस, टू स्टँड ऑन हर फीट, आय जस्ट वॉन्ट टू अंडरस्टँड इज वॉट आर द स्किल सेट. आणि वेन आय से स्किल सेट, इज इट डिफरंट फ्रॉम अ मेल स्किल सेट और अ वुमेन्स विज वुमेन स्किल सेट, अशें कितें आसा?
We have done a lot of programs actually. आता बायलांक they cannot escape multitasking, which a man can escape. They can actually concentrate only on the job, which a woman cannot. She has to look after her family. She has to look after the cooking of the house. Of course, the domestic help, of course, it is much better now. But that responsibility she cannot let go. So she has to go for her child's PTA meetings, plus look after the house, whether it is well maintained, plus see the business. I say a lot of women who are successful are the ones who can multitask all these things. And family support, I believe, is very important. Without family support, you can never progress. And skill sets म्हणपाचे basic to the business acumen असतातच जाय, because beyond that then you cannot think only business. Hard work, you must be willing to spend a lot of time, put in a lot of hours doing your work. Know your business. Know finance. Know and one thing good about this pandemic is everything is available online. So what you feel ki tuka khabar na, what skill sets you don't have, you can always take an online course and do it. I have myself taken a lot of online courses because we don't go out so much as we did before. Functions are itli na, parties itli na, so we can spend the time productively doing more courses and reskilling ourselves, like
Correct.
they say. So I always tell people, women, to take advantage of this time what we get to ourselves, to reskill ourselves. These skills आमकां केन्ना नाशिल्ली. If you are a non-finance person, जाल्यार finance थोडे basic finance learn कर. नाजाल्यार I have attended a lot of food webinars, which I am not from a food background, but whatever I have learned today is all through books and through webinars. आता it's not that you can access फक्त गोंया जाल्ली functionaं. Now I can access functions which is happening
Across
all over
globe.
India,
Correct.
all over the world. So I know what is happening everywhere. Tanche knowledge जे आसा, tanche programs, webinars, we can attend everything and we can think from a new perspective. We can drive businesses differently. We have to be innovative because there's so much of competition. Even in the food business, there's so much of competition.
True.
That's what one friend was telling me the other day. It is difficult to run restaurants, he said, because women are cooking at home and serving people. So आमच्याकडे even बसतलो कोण. So a lot of restaurants also have shut down. So now the competition, you have to be different. You have to be good. Your quality has to be good. And your customers are the king. They have to be satisfied.
व्हेरी ट्रू. कस्टमर्स आर द किंग. हांव ह्याच पॉयंटाचेर तुमकां एक विचारपाक सोदता की बरेचदा सरकार आपल्याक प्रमोट करता, खंयचें सरकार जावं तें एक्रॉस पार्टी लायन्स, सरकार प्रमोट करता की आमी विमेन एम्पावरमेंट म्हणा, बिझनेस म्हणा किंवा लोन्स म्हणा, हे सगळें आमी लोकांक एम्पावर करपाक सोदता की प्रत्येक जाणान शिर्विसेचेर न वता लोकांक शिर्वीस दिवची, स्वता बॉस जावचो. हांव तुमकां आवर्जून विचारपाक सोदता की वॉट आर द स्किम्स, आनी हांव हे तुमकां कित्याक विचारता इज बिकॉज खंयचोय राजकारणी जेन्ना कोणा कडेन मेळटा पळय तेका फुडल्या मनशाक दिसता की हाच्या फाटल्यान कितें तरी हेजो हेतू आसतलो म्हणून, हेणें म्हाका मत मारचें किंवा XYZ कॉनोटेशन्स आसता. आय वॉन्ट टू आस्क यू एज अ बिझनेस लेडी इज वॉट आर द स्किम्स आनी स्टॅट्युटरी कॉम्प्लायन्सीस लागता in general, because you might have business across sectors. What are the schemes that are available and basically statutory compliances कितें लागता?
Basically, AMI through GCCI, last 3 years where I have been, and I've got 1 more year to go till 2023. So we have done a lot of programs. GCCI help desk munasa, where we have a CA, CS on board. Tajamagir, we have a Women and Child Development Director, Dipali Naik, and a lawyer asa. So we have got ki business ladies ji asa golchi. They can put their queries, business related only. All business related queries they can write to us, email us, and then our council, which is there, replies back to them.
Okay.
So this is like a free help desk for them, where we have publicized a lot, and we want through even your Prudent media, we want ladies to know कि अशें तुमकां आसा एक help desk which is free, and you should avail of it. So basic, I think थोडे basic finance you should know. तुझे कॅश फ्लोज कसे मॅनेज करपाचे. इट शुड नॉट बी दॅट फुडें बिझनेस करता आनी कॅशच ना तुझे कडेन. सो कॅश फ्लोज कसे मॅनेज करपाचे बेसिक, आनी ऑलवेज टेक अ हेल्प ऑफ अ CA or अकाउंट कन्सल्टंट असता who are non-CAs. They also do a pretty good job. So through them you can see the balance sheet, profit and loss, cash flow account, and revenue accounts. So basic, simple. I also have a CA friend who does it so simple. She has done a lot of programs for us. सिंपल हातून बायलांक तुमकां कशें मॅनेज करपाचें, कशें तुमी एटलीस्ट थोडे प्रॉफिट तुमकां दवरुपाचें. सो दॅट इज अल्टिमेटली द एम ऑफ द बिझनेस.
Okay.
So there to finance, legal, you can approach your lawyer, and for tax compliances, tax consultants they are there everywhere. You can always approach them. खंय तुका GST registration लागता, थंय तुवें GST registration घेवपाचें. आणि गव्हर्नमेंटची स्किम्स म्हणजे एक DITC आसा, डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ इंडस्ट्री, ट्रेड अँड कॉमर्स. त्यांचे प्राईम मिनिस्टर एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम, which is very good. This is like a credit linked subsidiary scheme for rural as well as urban areas. Projects up to 10 lakhs and haka collateral na. This is most important. And application directly tanchi hai as a portal. Prime Minister's Employment Generation Portal. Go online. Portal ache direct apply kar paje. And hatun self-help groups are eligible. So up to 25 lakhs they're giving. And 10 lakhs for the service sector. 25 lakhs for manufacturing sector and 10 lakhs for the service sector.
Okay.
And subsidy for women it is 25% from urban areas, and rural areas is 35%.
Okay.
एक बरी स्कीम आसा. आणि ताच्या मागीर EDC ची 2 आसा स्कीम्स. एक व्हेरी पॉप्युलर वन इज चीफ मिनिस्टर्स रोजगार योजना. आता एन्युअल इनकम शुड नॉट एक्सीड ऑफ द फॅमिली 10 lakhs. ताच्या मागीर गोंया डॉमिसायल आसपाक जाय तुका फॉर 15 years. आणि ऍक्टिव्हिटीज कवर्ड आर ऍक्टिव्हिटीज विच आर इकॉनॉमिकली वायबल अँड विच आर नॉट इन द रेड लिस्ट लाईक टोबॅको गॅमलिंग अल्कोहोल तसली ऍक्टिव्हिटीज फंड करची ना. आता सबसिडी तुझे जितले कॅपिटल तुवें इन्व्हेस्ट केला त्या 25% तुका सबसिडी मेळटली आणि बायलांक रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 6% विच इज व्हेरी लो. आणि सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्सांक इवन अप टू 75 lakhs they get loan under this, but about 25 lakhs requires government approval. आणि application you just need to visit EDC, ती तुमका फॉर्मा दितली and then you fill the form and they're very supportive EDC staff. You go to them and they'll help you with your queries. आणि दुसरी एक EDC स्कीम असा म्हणजे गोवा ट्रायबल एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन स्कीम. हातून 18 to 45 years इनफॅक्ट आम्ही ऍक्च्युअली GCCI वुमन्स विंगा आम्ही ऍक्च्युअली गव्हर्नमेंटाक हे केल्ले एक रिक्वेस्ट केल्ले की 45 years नाव वुमन यू कॅन बी एंटरप्रेन्योर एनी एज वी सेड. सो वाय दॅट 45 years? सो दे सेड बिकॉज देन पैसे येवपाक जाय परत वॉट एव्हर यू हॅव गिवन. लाईफ एक्सपेक्टन्सी ऑल्सो टुडे इज व्हेरी अनसर्टन.
Correct, because the individual takes the loan. Correct.
Yeah, increase the age more.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of older women whose children are settled, who want to start something on their own. Tankai loans are. So they are out of that ambit of 18 to 45 years.
Okay.
So that is what we have sent a proposal to them to increase the age. So let's hope we get a favorable response for that.
Okay. But yeah, continue.
And tribal जे असा गोवा ट्रायबल एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम असा हो स्कीम असा तातून यू हॅव टू बी अ मेंबर ऑफ द ट्रायबल कम्युनिटी एज नोटिफाईड बाय द गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ गोवा. Domicile to just 15 years, like the earlier one also. Micro, small manufacturing enterprises, service enterprises, तांका allowed असा. आणि नेगेटिव्ह लिस्टान भितर एक म्हणजे फार्मिंग असा हातून आणि टोबॅको अँड रेड कॅटेगरी इंडस्ट्रीज गॅम्बलिंग अँड ऑल द स्टफ इज नो लोन परमिटेड. हातून एक सबसिडी 40% असा ऑफ लोन अमाउंट अँड 95% ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट आणि इंटरेस्ट रेट इज सुपर लो एट 2%. सो इफ यू एलिजिबल गो अहेड टेक इट. And MSME around lots of almost 8. We had done a webinar sometime back where I had explained all those 8 schemes in total. So tatun bhitar I'll just touch upon them. Ek mudra asa scheme which is very good for small businesses like a beauty parlor, tuition center, tailoring unit. Hanka ek meu shakta. My Mahila Udyog Nidhi scheme asa. Up to 10 lakhs you get for small scale business models. My Annapurna scheme as the name goes, it is for enterprising chefs who want to set up their own units. From 50,000 you can get more. आणि त्याच्यामध्ये श्री शक्ती पॅकेज असा. फॉर दिस यू हॅव टू डू दॅट एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेव्हलपमेंट प्रोग्राम इन अ रिस्पेक्टिव्ह स्टेट एजन्सी. आणि भारतीय महिला बिझनेस बँक लोन, दिस इज ऑल्सो व्हेरी गुड लोन विच हॅज बीन अवेल्ड बाय लॉट ऑफ लेडीज. आणि सेना शक्ती म्हणून एक स्कीम असा, सेंट कल्याणी म्हणून स्कीम असा. सो बेसिकली ऑल द स्कीम्स आर देअर ऑन द MSME वेबसाईट. इफ यू गो आणि एक उद्योगिनी स्कीम असा. दिस इज फॉर अंडर प्रिव्हिलेज वुमेन ऑल्सो. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो प्रिटी गुड. सो तुम्ही MSME वेबसाईटीचे सपोजिंग गेले जाल्यार ऑल द स्कीम्स यू आर विच आर देअर विच आर जस्ट टोल्ड 8 schemes, they can go there. So we can approach the MSME office, head office म्हाका मडगांव असा. They can go there or you can go on the website and see all these schemes. Then you can approach a bank and ask them ki amka women entrepreneurs are कसली schemes available asa. And they are very helpful. Most of the banks, they all guide you.
If कोणाक जर GCCI ची मदत जाय, तुम्ही कशें म्हटलें की there is a cell that helps all the entrepreneurs.
There's a help desk.
How do one approach and how do पुढे कशें सरपाचें त्यात, especially GCCI?
ती either फोन करू शकता GCCI आमच्या फोन नंबराचेर किंवा ईमेल करू शकता किंवा लेटर धाडू शकता. पण जे आमचे आझाद मैदानाचे ऑपोजिट. So they sell आणि कोणाक once the तांचे क्वेश्चन आयले वी सी की काउन्सिल मेंबरा भितर कोणाक इवन फूड रिलेटेड वी सॉल्व. सो तांचे मागीर आमी तांकां रिप्लाय करता. सो लॉट ऑफ वुमन हॅव टेकन एडवांटेज ऑफ इट. सो दिस इज अ दिस इज अ फ्री हेल्प डेस्क अँड फर्स्ट सर्विस तुमकां देन वी डायरेक्ट यू टू सर्टन थिंग्स. तुमकां फायनान्स जाय कोणाक आनी कितें जाय लायक वी डायरेक्ट यू टू युअर क्वेरीज वॉट एव्हर.
व्हेरी ट्रू. बिकॉज डायरेक्ट खंयच्याय सरकारी दफ्तरान वचप त्यापेक्षा म्हाका दिसता तुम्ही GCCIच्या माध्यमांतल्यान वचप. देर आर ऑल दीस लेडीज हू आर देर टू हेल्प आणि मोर इम्पॉर्टंटली सेक्टर वायज तांचे कडेन मदत आसा. सो बेसीक रायट फ्रॉम मे बी फायनान्सिंगान तुमकां हेल्प टू मे बी स्टॅट्युटरी कॉम्प्लायन्सीस कितें आसा किंवा बाकीच्या खंयच्या गव्हर्मेंट डिपार्टमेंटाक तुमी विजीट करपाचे, हे सगळे गायडन्स म्हाका दिसता तुमकां एट GCCI कॅन बी अवेल्ड अँड पीपल ऑल लेडीज अँड विमेन कॅन बिकम द एंटरप्रिन्युअर्स इन द फ्युचर. म्हाका आनी एक विचारूंक जाय, तुमी म्हटलें की बायल मनशाक घरूय सांबाळोंक जाय आणि आपलो बिझनसूय सांबाळोंक जाय. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीस आर देर एनी प्रॉब्लेम्स हांव कित्याक विचारता, तुमीच म्हटलें की तुमी जेन्ना कॉलेजीक विजीट केलें आनी तुमी विचारलें एंटरप्रेन्युअर्स कितके जावपाक सोदता, बिझनसान कितके येवपाक सोदता, मे बी 1 or 2 people stood up. Why is this seen? आणि एस्पेशली जेन्ना आमी विमेन म्हणटा then it is very niche and very low rates that ladies or women are into entrepreneurship. ह्या सिच्युएशना कडेन तुमी कशें पळयता आनी हाऊ कॅन वी ओवरकम बेसिकली?
Yeah. So we are doing basically, Ami through GCCI, we are doing entrepreneurship program. Where Ami tanka finance ita, and one more thing in Goa is packaging. Ami आता next month आणि program करपाचा full day on packaging. They are saying की आमका packaging कशें करपाचें ते कळना. एकदा आमचं product केलें, मागीर तांका FDA, FSSAI guidelines follow करचे पडटा. की आमी कशें package करपाचें आमचं product to make it to look for it to look appealing. And plus FDA guidelines also they have to follow. So ते सगळे तांकां little bit they are hesitant. So तांकां ते workshops आमी करता, plus government also करता through the agencies. Right? And second thing, there is a rate of failure. So तांकां दिसता की maybe आपूण secure job घेतले की I'm okay, I'm sorted. Business and there is chance we may succeed or maybe may not succeed. So they don't want to take that chance.
ओके. आणि एक जर विचारूंक तुमकां पळयत की आमी जेंडर बायसाचेर उलयले, बिटवीन मेल एंड फिमेल. अशें जेन्ना जेंडर बायस ब्रेक करून फुडें सरप एक एस्पेशली बायल मनशाक, एस्पेशली इन द रुरल एरियाज, हे खूब डिफिकल्ट वता. हे जेंडर बायस तोडून भायर सरप, वन. आणि सेकंडली तुमकां कितको सपोर्ट सिस्टम लागता, एस्पेशली मे बी तुमचे फॅमिली म्हणा किंवा फ्रेंड्स म्हणा किंवा तुमचे ते ज्या एरियेन तुमी काम करपाक सोदता, हाऊ डज वन बॅलन्स बोथ द जेंडर बायस आणि ऑब्वियसली गार्नर सपोर्ट फॉर द एंटरप्रेन्युअर ड्रीम?
Okay, gender bias I could say start from childhood. Luckily, at least noticed in Goa, or at least in lot of social circles, I feel that fathers are very encouraging. Very rarely, at least Goa, outside Goa, of course, there are lots of tales where there is gender bias and everything. Angatari, I feel fathers are encouraging. Earlier, at least 20-22 girls would get married, but now they are like they want them to be professional or pursue their careers. So I feel fathers are very encouraging to their children. And then ultimately when she gets married, it is a support system from the husband's family. Whether it is a husband or whether it is the in-laws. Because that is very important. Without that, she cannot proceed. Because if she is going out, there must be somebody else to help her look after her child, look after the family. Nalash, it is not possible for her to manage everything, go out also and manage family also. So family support is most important for a woman. I have seen Maka Goya, at least I have seen very less. My father himself was very encouraging. He always told me, I went to Bombay at the age of 20 years to pursue a CA course, and he was very encouraging. So basically they trusted us, and then that we live in a hostel alone in Bombay. We do a CA, I do my CA course, go out, come back to my classes, just to come back late in the evening. So the trust factor was there, which we shouldn't break actually of our parents. So my father himself was very encouraging, and what I saw within my close circle, or maybe I don't know if I was fortunate or what, but within my close circle of family, friends, and lot of mentality over the years has changed. Now I see a lot of kids, they know what they want at the age of 10th standard only they know. Boys and girls both. And they are very most of them. Earlier, it was like when I'm 20, I will get married. But now it's like everybody have got something or the other they want to do. Nobody wants to stay at home. So at least in the Goa ecosystem, I think it is a good space that we are in. But outside, of course, when I'm collaborating with other women organizations all over India, the rural, they just want to get their daughters married, and it is not very easy for them to start their own enterprise. So, but in Goa, we are a little bit
taka matso time लागतलो just to change things how we have grown up. कोविड जालो म्हणजे अजून चालू आसा. त्या टायमार एस्पेशली विमेन बिझनेस लिडर्स जे आसा आमचे इन गोवा, तांच्यांनी कशें फेर केलें, आनी हाऊ डू यू एनालायज दिस सिच्युएशन, एस्पेशली बीइंग अ GCCI and a business woman yourself?
No, the COVID situation hit people very badly. Especially like even Prudent, we were allowed, but some sectors like gyms or those who are into aerobic exercises, beauty parlors, spas, salons, there are a lot of ladies were involved, or even in fashion industry. Current parties na, social outings na, kapde kon ghetli. So basically, what we have seen and what we have heard from other women entrepreneurs, business was totally down. and then they had to pay rentals. They had to go and argue or bargain with their landowners to pay to half or give them a discount on the rentals,
Hmm.
because the shop is closed because of lockdown, and they had to pay rentals. There was some moratorium which some good landlords gave, and other people had to close shop because they said we cannot sustain,
Hmm.
because business ना म्हणता आणि there were rentals आणि मग salaries लागतात स्टाफाची. Lot of restaurants, hotels have shut down. Lot of other things also, even fashion industry. Lot of women, luckily for women entrepreneurs, they had the option of working from home.
Hmm.
So they could do delivery of home meals, nalar gharachen kapde, or do their beautician or other things from home.
Hmm.
But where you are in that commercial space, there you are holding a rentals and appointing staff, then it was very difficult to manage.
Hmm.
As it is, you're shut down, and then you can't pay your staff for salaries and
Correct.
everything. So it was very, very difficult. And now also, economy is not totally improved.
Hmm.
Like that fear factor of the third wave is still there.
Hmm.
So it is not gone to the pre-COVID levels at all.
ओके वेल आयचो विशय इन अस्तित्व शो स्वताचो वॉज विमेन एंटरप्रेन्युअर्स इन गोवा आणि हाच्या बद्दल चड जाणून घेवपाक आमच्या बरोबर जुळले पल्लवी सलगांवकर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट एन ऑथर एंड ऑब्वियसली दी ओनर ऑफ डेजर्ट्स एंड मोर पल्लवी थँक यू व्हेरी मच फॉर जॉयनिंग आणि ऑब्वियसली जे तुम्ही उलयली वदेशान इन टर्म्स ऑफ स्किम्स म्हणा इन टर्म्स ऑफ मोटिवेशन म्हणा इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन्स्पिरेशन आय थिंक हे खंय तरी आमच्या व्ह्युअर्सां मेरेन पावले आणि मातसो फोन लायन किंवा ईमेल मातशे चड येतले एट GCCI हेल्प डेस्क बिकॉज दॅट इज द पॉयंट वेर यू हॅव टू गो अँड सीक हेल्प if you want to go take the entrepreneurial path that is. Pallavi, thank you very much for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Pallavi share करताली her thoughts on entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs in Goa. आणि तुम्ही पळयताले इनर व्हील क्लब ऑफ म्हापसा अँड प्रुडंट जोड पालवान तुमच्या मुखार घेऊन येता अस्तित्व सिरीज शोध स्वताचो. आम्ही परत फुडल्या महिन्यात असोच एक वेगळो विषय घेऊन येतले. तोपर्यंत पळयत रावात प्रुडंट.